Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So a 3 or 4 year old boy, he used to sit on the front of his father's Rajdoot when his father used to ride. Okay, and he used to sit on the tank in the front seat, in the front of his father. Okay, so from 3 to 4 years, that guy used to sit in the front of Rajdoot, experiencing what the motorcycle ride is, how his dad is, actually maneuvering, and how the engine sound comes from behind, how the gears change. All. Do you know who that guy is? That is me. I'm Fielder. Okay, thank you. So today we will discuss about quality. Now, why I wanted to take this topic of quality, because yesterday I was watching a prominent YouTuber's chit chat, an experience review of somebody who has a Honda CB350 and who has ridden 50,000 kilometers in 3 years. Okay, pretty good enough. Okay, similar to me, because I have in 1 year, 1 year 3 months, I have written 16,000. So by the time I reach 3 years, so mine will be around same. So now, so what this guy says is why he chose CB350 is because it is more reliable than the other brands. Okay. So what struck me is that people have a preconceived notion that Honda is very good quality. Yeah, it used to be. My first bike is Unicorn. Okay, it was very good in quality. I understand it was better than the Bajaj Pulsar at that time in quality, in gearbox, in engine technology, whatnot, in smoothness. And today also I have Honda Grazia, just because Honda brand is trusted in scooters. Okay, even though TVS Jupiter was much better than Activa, but I thought once I took the test ride, I thought the Grazia was like even better. Okay, so that's fine. So what pains me, that all the prominent YouTubers, right, they belittle Royal Enfield all the time. Okay, and we as you can say, as the owner of Royal Enfields, okay, we should be able to defend that and tell them the true facts. Okay, it's just not like that we are the fans, we will close eye on all the issues, but there is some truth that people needs to know. So my only intention of today's video is to be a brand champion of my vehicle, of the brand that I follow, and my close observation of why this lettering, right, made like a gun, it truly makes sense. I will tell you how. Okay, so coming back to that YouTube video. Okay, so this guy is saying that there is no major issue, just wear and tear, and 12,000 kilometers my sprocket and chain got replaced. So are you kidding me? Okay, just 12,000 kilometers, your sprocket and chain is gone, and you are saying that it's nothing much. See, this motorcycle, and many of my fellow riders, okay, they ride very hard. Okay, every day it runs 60 to 70 kilometers every day. Okay, in the city. Okay, in extreme conditions. Okay, the road conditions are bad. I accelerate highly, and I decelerate also very fast. Okay, so what wear and tear goes, if you think proper logically, is the brake pad, the rear brake pad, and that there is a logic for that. Okay, now one more prominent YouTuber, Autocritic, he has owned a Honda CB350. By the first service, when he goes at 5,000 kilometers, he says, I am disappointed, because they changed my front brake pad. Okay, the brake pads are made of Nissin for that brand, and for Royal Enfield they are Brembo. Okay, in my case, yes, they were replaced at 5,000, because you need to understand, these are heavy motorcycles, so you need a very good stopping power. Okay, and brake wear and tear is too much. So don't expect that since it's a Honda, it should last for 10k, 15k, 20k. No, not like that. So what the point I'm trying to make is, these people who put fingers on Royal Enfield, they have never owned a Royal Enfield. Okay, most of them. I think Big Bear Customs owned, so that's why he's a fan. Okay, and he knows what is what. Okay, so if there are serious quality issues, company has tried to take care of that. For example, in some of the Himalayans, that chassis issue was there, it broke. Okay, and in Super Meteor, there was this chain issue. So why it comes? So I talked to the company guy, why there are some people reporting. So what happens is, what is manufactured in a motorcycle company? The engine, the tank, the chassis. Okay, but the rest of the things are vendor source. For example, okay, the chain sprocket, the wheels, the tires, okay, the suspension, everything is sourced from vendor. Now in their quality checks, okay, it might happen that uh, some product out of, let's say, 10,000, one product might have some defect which passes the quality control. For example, one of my fellow riders, right, one of my fellow community riders, his suspension was leaking from here. Does not mean that the bike quality is bad, okay, it's just a simple leak, okay, and it will be replaced in warranty for sure, okay. So I'm not saying that it is bulletproof, okay, we get some issue, but it is not that you should make a conceive that Royal Enfield the quality is inferior to Honda. Why I'm saying that? Because you see, there is a British YouTuber, Stuart Fillingham, okay. He told us the fact that the engine oil from prominent bikes, Royal Enfield, Ducati, BMW and Triumph, it was examined to see how much is the wear and tear of the engine, and you will be surprised that Royal Enfield's oil standards were same. The amount of particles that they saw, the metal shavings and all, whatever, okay, the dust and all, it was on par with BMW quality, and Triumph and all, they did not have that much level of quality. So you can see that company is trying to give you the best, okay. There are some cases, okay, there see, in a year, how many Royal Enfield sells in a year? Out of the market of around 10 lakhs or 1 million, Royal Enfield sells more than 9 lakh vehicles. This fiscal year, they sold 9 lakh 15,000 vehicles, close to around that, okay. And how much the competitors sold? Barely 1 lakh 20,000 in the same period. That is all combined, like Java, Honda, Harley, Triumph, Bajaj, whatever, okay. So in order to manage such a big such a big population who is buying your thing, one or two cases will be there, of course. I don't disagree that some might face some issue, but those are negligible issues. These are not that very big issue that you can. So what I am trying to say is, in order to comment that that so and so brand is not very good in quality, the dealers are not, there is one more prominent Telugu YouTuber who says that the dealers are become very arrogant. Now whenever you go to a Royal Enfield showroom, right, there is always a crowd, okay. You need to be patient, you need to wait, and some people just go around just for checking, and if dealer doesn't show interest, they will say, oh, we are not treated well. You guys understand, okay. In my experience, at least, I have been treated well by all the Royal Enfield showrooms whenever I visited over the years, okay. They are very kind enough. While taking the delivery of my bike, while transportation, there was a small dent on the motorcycle, because when motorcycles are passed, it fell, some other motorcycle will fall, this portion will affect the other's tank. So they promptly replaced me. They said, you go on, ride the bike for 2 months, yeah, we will order a new tank and we will give it to you, no questions asked, okay. Such is the good gesture they do, okay, the Royal Enfield company. I don't think no other company does that, okay. At least I have never heard of it. So yeah. And talking about quality, how this quality came into picture? See, in the 60s or 50s, the Japanese quality was poorer than Chinese quality, okay. Now a person called Deming from America, he told he went to Japan and he introduced what is actually quality, how many defects per million you should have to regard it as some acceptable quality. And quality is, it's a perception. You buy a Chinese 100 rupees item and it will last for 1 season, you think that quality is good. You buy the same item from IKEA and you expect, and it runs for 3-4 years, then we say, oh, this is. So it is all perception based on what price the manufacturer is giving you and how much you are using. Now some of the people who complain, it is not that no other brand, they are bulletproof, okay. There is one KTM 390 guy who just bought, he had engine problems, okay. There is one prominent YouTuber from Haryana, he bought this Triumph 400 Scrambler, and he had a coolant leak, okay. Now the Scrambler, they also corrected because there was a stalling problem, so they corrected the ECU. So all prominent brands have some kinks in their armor. It is not that everything is bulletproof, Honda is bulletproof, okay. Don't go by. So next time if somebody says, right, that Royal Enfield quality is not good, you tell him, or you laugh at him and you say, Mamu, please come to the current generation. It is not like that. They have picked up very fast, okay. they may not be 100% there in some aspects. Okay, like for example, you see that this quality of speedometer is very good, but the way it is attached is flimsy, so if you get a collision it will break. Okay, but at this price they were able to provide this much only. Still they have managed to provide metal. And also there is no such thing as, you know, full metal is good and all. So you see, this is plastic, it is very hard. Okay, why they have not put metal? To save cost. And also in the terms of collision, this will not get affected, it will hurt you know, the tire. So it is very good hard quality. Why I'm saying that? Because I have made this thing rest on my mudguard only, it is not bolted. So it is there since last 1 year, no issue. So you can see how good the plastic quality is. So it all depends on the individual components. Okay, should not have a preconceived notion that okay, Royal Enfield quality is bad. Now this one I will show you. Okay, I will show you how many kilometers I have ridden. Okay, this one is 16, almost 17,000 kilometers. Okay, now this I have ridden in almost what you can say 16 or 15 to 16 months. Okay, so the only issue that I had till now, okay, is the change of pads. Okay, and also, you know, people they don't have a proper clutch adjustment. Okay, whenever, so if you feel that clutch is not adjusted properly, you have to get it adjusted time to time, because if you will not do that, your clutch plate will wear off faster. So some people ride it, you know, half clutch also. So when the clutch plate goes, then they complain that oh, the clutch plate went, is not a very good quality. No, you have to take care of the bike as per the user's manual. I don't know how many people actually read through the user's manual. I have not read it fully, only the parts which I wanted I read. So if you are parking for a bike for a long time, you know, there is a switch that you have to turn off inside the fuse, something is there. So we don't know that, we don't care about that much. Okay, so this was all about the quality. Okay, so Japanese quality improved in the 70s, okay, and continuing till date. Indian manufacturers also are improving their quality. Okay, and as a brand, Royal Enfield never you know, tries to make fool of you. Okay, at least like Bajaj. Okay, Bajaj, what they did, you know, in 2008 in 2006 time, when I was in Pune, they launched the Pulsar 220 test mules 35 to sell to people who are coming to show. We test rode that on the dyno in their showroom, and they said no, you can buy it. They did not market it. Sometimes later they removed it. Then I thought, what the hell just happened? Then I came to know that they sold around 35 units of test mules to people to see what is the feedback. Then they corrected those, and then they launched the Pulsar 220, which was a massive hit. So they are like, you know, tricking the people. Also, you know, Bajaj, how they trick people is, you know, they will whichever manufacturer they are in deal with, like KTM or Bajaj, they will improve their own tech, and they will launch the Sasta version of the same bike. You know, the Pulsar NS version is basically the Sasta version of KTM, okay, at a lower price. So they fool their partners also. Okay, so at least Royal Enfield doesn't do that. Okay, so it's a good brand. Okay, what I say is, before you listen to these YouTubers, you know, putting you know, black ink on the brand, first talk to a person who has actually owned it, what issues they are facing. And you need to understand, these are very heavy motorcycles, they need to be handled in a certain way. These are not commuter motorcycles, so you cannot compare with a light 150cc Unicorn or something like that, which is also a very good bike. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, so like and share my you know, content, and subscribe to my channel if you agree to me. Thank you. So ultimately I want to say two things. First thing is, the Honda is not a totally bulletproof vehicle. Okay, it's not a totally bulletproof brand. Okay, so they also have issues, they also go for recalls and everything. And also Indian manufacturers like TVS, Royal Enfield, Bajaj, they have also pretty much matched the quality standards. Okay, so there is no such thing as, you know, superior quality of one brand against others right now in the market. This is the present. Okay, not sure about the future. Okay, and maybe 10 years back that was not the case, or 15 years back, but now that is the case. Okay, the second thing, why CB is a copy of Bullet? Because if you see their history, the 70s history, like, they never made a bike okay, which used to drink that much fuel, which used to make that much torque, as opposed to that how much bhp it is creating. because in Japanese culture that doesn't make sense. Anything in the 70s, the Enfields were like, they used to drink a lot of fuel. They used to be having a very high cc, low power. So that goes against the Japanese philosophy. They have that whatever maximum power you can give from the smallest engine. So CB 350, which now they have introduced here right now, whatever the Babbitt is a pure copy of Classic. Okay, so that they have done by making an engine similar to that of Enfield, okay, to give the people fun, and there is nothing wrong in it. You are giving people options. Okay, you are following a brand, that's fine. Okay, you take inspiration, that's fine, but don't disgrace that brand from which you took the inspiration. That's what I wanted to say to our entire biking community. Okay, show some respect to the people who have nourished this brand since almost 100 years. Okay, and how they are doing it perfectly fine. A retro lover would love. Till date, I like the thump of the Classic 350 more than a CB 350. You know why? Because CB 350, in order to make it more bassy, the RS version, okay, the RS version they made it too much bassy. Okay, you feel irritated if you raise it, but the soft and sweet thump of the Classic, it's very good. Okay, even the Hunter, it's not that much bassy. It's bassy in a different way. If you rev it hard, then only you'll feel the bassy, but it's not irritating. Okay, thank you so much. Those are my views.